Hello and welcome to Tales from an Ordinary City. I'm your host with Three-esh.
Hi.
Hey Priyesh. So we have a very exciting guest today, someone who runs their own restaurant here in Nagpur city. Hey Kanha, how are you?
Hi, Yash. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How's it going? How was your day so far?
It's going well. It just started. Usually doesn't start this early.
Yes. So to the audiences, we are shooting at around 9:30 a.m. So we had a very early morning. This is my fifth cup of coffee now. Maybe I don't know.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Yes. And I need more.
Yes.
Great. So, Kana, tell
Yes.
us something about yourself. Tell us your story.
My story.
Yes.
Basically. Where do I start? So, my name is Kanha Jaiswal. I was born and brought up in the city of Nagpur. I've been studying at Nagpur. I've worked at Nagpur. So basically, how I got into this business, if you're asking that, the restaurant is by working at a restaurant.
Okay.
So yes, so that's how I got into the business, by working at a restaurant. But my passion for the restaurant has been since childhood.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as a child, everybody when they used to watch cartoons and everything. Since childhood, I've been staying up late at night and watching TLC and food, all the channels that that includes food, basically. So I've been loving that since childhood. My greatest influence for that is my brother.
Okay.
So my elder brother, his name is Devansh.
Devansh.
Yeah, he's my inspiration. He's the talent in our company, basically. And he's a huge inspiration. He guided me towards food and lifestyle around the globe, or introduced me to cuisines that I couldn't imagine existed.
Like what? Like what cuisines you get introduced?
So basically, firstly, how I started liking this was I really loved Nigella Lawson.
Okay.
Nigella Lawson is a celebrity chef.
Right.
She's a beautiful lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can see where the initial inspiration stemmed from.
You could say, she's a beautiful lady, but more importantly, she's an amazing chef.
Okay.
Yes, so it started there. Most of my interest began from European cuisine, mostly
Wow.
British.
Okay.
So Nigella Lawson is British. She used to make homemade, good cooked meals,
Okay.
which involved mostly British cuisine, but cuisine from around the globe. Then I got
Nice.
introduced to Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
Then it was something else.
I think everyone knows who Gordon Ramsay is
Yeah.
because he's
The
like
meme.
yes he's
Fucking
me.
donkey.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Gordon Ramsay, basically people think that he's a
Very
violent
innocent
person,
person, yeah.
Yes.
but he's not. He's a
He's not.
passionate person.
He's a very passionate.
Very passionate person. And to find that passion and to stay attached to that passion in that way throughout his life,
Yeah.
that's something that inspires me a lot. It's amazing. He dedicated all his life to food, building amazing recipes, building amazing restaurants throughout the world.
Right.
Yes.
So how did Gordon Ramsay inspire you?
So Gordon Ramsay basically got me hooked to watching his shows.
Okay.
Okay.
Firstly, like everybody else, I'll accept I watched it for the drama that he built.
Sure.
I'm guilty for that. But then again, the more I watched his shows, the more I heard him talk, I understood how important every little aspect about food is.
Yeah.
How important is that and how beautiful is that? Every detail that involves food is amazing. Thank you for Gordon Ramsay to, being a violent person,
Yeah.
Right.
getting attached to him, but then again you have to see his passion.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So coming back to Nagpur, I mean, why the name Persian Plates?
The Persian
I mean,
plate.
I saw your crockery and everything, and it's really
It's
beautiful.
really amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
look at this cup. It's such a unique design.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
really
you so much.
something else.
Yes.
Thank you. So
And the
much.
coffee, by the way, excellent.
Oh, excellent coffee.
Excellent coffee.
Excellent.
One of the best coffee places
Thank
here.
you.
in
God bless. Thank
Nagpur.
you so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, Priyesh,
Coming back to
Priyesh's
Nagpur.
question.
Coming
Why
back to
the
Nagpur.
name? Why the name?
The name basically Persian plate. It's self-defining. So the complete name is Persian plate to the brim. To the
Okay.
brim, of
Yeah,
course, means
yes.
to the extent that
I can,
it's
I can
full.
see. I can see.
Yeah, it's to the brim. Your coffee always to
Yeah.
the brim.
Yes.
So, Persian plate is basically because all we serve at the restaurant, at this cafe, involves either a pour or it comes in a plate.
In a plate. Oh.
It comes in a beautifully plated platter,
Hmm.
or it's something that you can pour. Mostly coffees, but even a lot of food that we serve here.
Nice.
A lot of dishes, one of our best sellers, the best selling items that we have, they usually come in a platter, but they also have something that you can pour on top of it.
Oh.
Usually a really good cheese sauce, a Dijon mustard sauce.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You're making me hungry, Kanha.
Of course.
So,
I want you to be hungry because we're gonna have some good breakfast today.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm
I would
looking
love that.
forward to that.
Yes.
What are you going to order, Priyesh?
What would you like?
What would you suggest?
I suggest so
Uno
basically.
reverse. Uno reverse.
Okay. Uno reverse.
Uno
alright.
reverse.
Are you a vegetarian, Priyesh? Or non-vegetarian?
Definitely not. I'm a non-vegetarian.
You're a
Chicken
non-vegetarian.
only.
I
Yeah.
really love that.
That's where we differ. I'm
Yeah.
a
You're a
vegetarian.
vegetarian.
He's a
You look like a vegetarian. I'm so sorry. I
Yes.
don't know how, but you do look like one.
Okay.
No, I don't mind that. I love. I'm a pure non-vegetarian.
Nice.
person, So
Pure, okay.
Yeah,
That's the
pure
first time I'm hearing about a person who's a pure non-vegetarian.
It's a bad day if I have to eat a vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
Oh,
Yeah, I totally
okay.
understand. I mean,
And to my opinion, if I go out, spending money on a vegetarian food is like wasting money.
it's wasting money, to be honest.
Yeah.
नहीं खाना मेरे को
No
चाहिए
offense
बने.
on vegetarian people. No offense because I
Okay.
cannot offend vegetarian people.
Okay, on behalf of vegetarian people, I can tell you we do not take offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cheers to that.
Yes.
And I'm so glad for vegetarians is because that they're a good challenge.
Ah,
Hmm.
right.
Vegetarian people are an amazing challenge, and they're a challenge on it daily.
Right.
Paneer kitna hi khayenge, right?
Exactly.
And every day they want new stuff, but don't kill anything.
Yeah.
I can see Dipesh smiling. पनीर कितना खाएंगे वो मतलब.
So we have a few platters on a menu,
Mhm.
breakfast platters, which are really good for one person. Can be shared among two also.
Okay.
So you're a non-vegetarian. I would suggest you could go for the English platter.
English platter.
The English platter would consist of two kinds of meat. You
Mm-hmm.
can select either sausage, ham, or bacon, and you'll have a choice of egg. Comes with multigrain and multigrain bread actually, and we also have a really good dessert with that.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Today I guess we have muffin. We usually have muffins for the English breakfast, but sometimes we do serve some pudding.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell us about the vegetarian.
Vegetarian. So for
Option.
this, I don't think you in the city you won't find a pure vegetarian continental breakfast platter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a rare
So
thing.
I have a PNP.
Uh-huh.
Pours and plate brekkie for you.
Okay. Sure.
Pours and plate brekkie is a completely pure vegetarian breakfast.
Mhm.
So basically, we have some fresh cut fruits in it.
Mhm.
A side of the pancake that we have
Wow.
with some maple,
Okay.
and we have a choice of we have sorted veggies, which include
Mhm.
mushrooms, grilled mushrooms,
Wow.
and we have with that a choice of egg. But
Okay.
if you do not have egg,
Uh-huh.
we have an option of vegetarian omelette.
Vegetarian omelette.
Vegetarian omelette is completely vegetarian, doesn't include egg in it.
How does that work? Tell us
Yes,
about that.
I can't tell you how that works.
Oh,
I have to kill
okay.
you.
Just
So
trade
we have-
secrets.
We
Yeah.
have stumbled upon a trade secret.
Yeah, I have to
okay.
kill you if I have to if I tell you.
Okay. Okay.
Let's hope not. We have some work to do this year. So, ठीक है.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Okay.
So, while we order that, tell us about your biggest influence.
My biggest influence, as I started with that, my elder brother.
Mhm.
Inspiration. So, by profession, he was supposed to be an engineer, but
Yeah, that's how our story starts. Mostly.
yeah,
That's
but
how all Indian stories start.
Yes.
he was forced into it. I'm glad that all my brothers. So I come from a huge family.
Okay.
I have a joint family. We live together, so approximately at least 25 people live together.
Live
in one
together.
house.
Oh God.
Wow,
Yeah.
25 people.
Yeah, that is
Oh my
amazing.
God.
I would love to see the family dinners and everything.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So I live on the top floor. By the time I come down, if I plan to leave the house
Yeah.
in 10 minutes, it
You have
takes
some-
me half an hour to 1 hour to leave.
Fair.
Because
Totally
now
understandable.
even my family has more children in it, so that everybody grabs.
Yeah.
Grabs you basically.
Right.
So coming to the influence,
Mhm.
so not just one of my brothers,
Mhm.
all of my brothers, including my cousins, are my inspiration. So I've learnt a lot from each one of them.
Okay.
The passion I get from my brother Devansh.
Hmm.
He's my real brother, real elder brother. The passion for food, the understanding, the art, the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Something that makes you cry, I
Wow.
get it from him.
Right.
Something that puts things in your pocket,
Mhm.
makes you understand the importance of your life,
Yeah.
Mm.
how to run it,
Yeah.
how to be financially stable. That comes from my brother Anshul.
Okay.
Okay.
So he is my elder brother. He runs his own business also. We're together at Bufaj.
Oh,
With
nice.
his-
Okay.
I love that
Bufash.
taste.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So Bufaj, and thirdly, there's my brother called Arjun.
Hmm.
He's taught me how to work, how to interact with customers,
Okay.
how to understand people, how to understand your own restaurant.
Wow. Okay.
So three inspirations. Three of us started together our businesses in this industry, in restaurant. Our family background is basically from the alcohol industry,
Okay.
but that is
Right.
completely the previous generations.
Mhm.
Thankfully, the generation that I live in, our generation right now,
Mhm.
nobody's interested in the alcohol industry. Nobody's.
Why so? I mean,
So basically,
I mean, it looks really, really interesting from the outside.
everything. Yeah, the glamour is amazing from
Yeah, but
outside.
then again,
Yeah, but
tell me the story.
see, even the food industry is very glamorous from outside.
Hmm.
Unless and until you're very passionate about it, I wouldn't recommend you getting into it.
Mhm.
Okay.
It takes a part of you.
Oh.
It requires a part of you basically, and it isn't a sacrifice if you're passionate about it.
Fair enough.
But
fair
otherwise, it's a huge sacrifice giving away a part of you like that. So same goes with the alcohol industry. It looks glamorous from outside,
enough.
but the problem with that industry is it's always frowned upon.
Yeah,
at
it
least in our
is.
country.
Right.
Not
Yes.
talking about our city, but our country.
Our
It's
country, yeah.
completely frowned upon.
Yeah.
Frowned upon by the people, by the communities,
Hmm.
and most importantly by the government.
Yeah. Well.
So something that is frowned upon, not considered as a good industry, even though it's taxed the most.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the
Uh,
most.
Yeah, so it's very inconsistent. So it's not a very good way of doing a business
Mhm.
where there's that fear
Yeah.
of that business not existing.
Yeah.
Say example, say Gujarat.
Oh.
Example, say Nagpur when the highway rule came in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That really.
70% of
Beer
places
shop
were
is and-
closed. Everything
Yeah.
was closed. And anything that served alcohol that had to be closed.
Yeah,
500
it was sad
meter
for
range.
them. So sad for them.
Yeah.
But then again, okay.
So it's understandable, but the government is not wrong sometimes. We can't
Yeah, but
argue with
also-
that.
Yeah.
What did your family feel about that decision, like at that time?
Transitioning into the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
So they're very happy.
Oh.
Because
Wow.
throughout their life they've learned that with the business comes a huge sacrifice of your lifestyle.
Hmm.
That is a kind of business where you deal with people who are not usually
Right.
in a normal state.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Dealing with that, of course, you're not dealing with them directly sometimes if you
Yeah.
establish yourself like that.
Yeah.
But still, there are people who are still influenced by alcohol a lot.
Hmm.
And when that happens, you see, it is basically a issue of morale. And when it comes to that, is what I'm trying to tell you is ki if a person who consumes alcohol does something really wrong
Hmm.
and is cursed by and a curse comes through her wife or a mother
Hmm.
or a family member
Hmm.
because of that person consuming alcohol,
Hmm.
that is somewhere attached to you because you've sold them that piece. Right?
Yeah.
Of course, even if you're not
The-
promoting it,
Yeah.
you're still doing it, right?
You're still a
Right.
part of it. Like
Yes.
that happened somewhere because of you.
Yes.
I mean,
So I'm not saying the alcohol does wrong to everybody.
Hmm.
Everybody that consumes it
Hmm.
is wrong, but some people are there. You can't control someone's life, someone's decision. So our family has seen things that they wish they didn't. Seen things that
Right.
affected them in a way that changed their life.
Mhm.
They never want. Nobody wants that for their children, basically.
fair.
Right.
Nobody wants that for their children to experience something that scars you,
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
So that kind of scarring should be avoided. I recommend that to people. But with time, I think in Nagpur and especially things are changing. The
Mhm.
kind of lifestyle people are adapting to, the kind of mindset people are developing. Things might change, but it's still not there.
Okay.
It's a
Right.
beginning,
Hmm.
but it's gonna take time. So let's see.
Speaking
that's
of
how we transition.
speaking of Nagpur,
Yeah.
is it a challenge to run a restaurant in Nagpur? How challenging is it?
Cater the audience.
Yes.
Exactly.
So Nagpur is always a challenge.
Yeah.
Nagpur is a beautiful place, amazing people,
Yes.
but always a challenge. So
Yeah.
Nagpur has a few bad habits.
Okay.
You know, just के वजह से people say कि Nagpur is this and that, but of course people have choices. People
Yeah.
do make them. So it is not a challenge in Nagpur. It is a beautiful challenge.
Wow.
Basically.
Okay.
Okay.
So with Nagpur, what is ki you have to keep Nagpur engaged.
Right.
Nagpur should feel welcomed all the time.
Yeah.
People should feel that they're getting something good, something new, something worthwhile, worth their time.
Right.
I'm really glad that people appreciate their own time in Nagpur. They know the importance of it.
Right.
So they don't just go away spending it just so easily. Except for the youth, which is natural.
Yeah,
You go
that
into
is
college,
fine.
you have your group of friends, you want to spend as much time as you can with them. That's not wasting time. That's just interacting with your friends,
Yeah.
having a good time with your friends. So Nagpur has been a challenge initially because acceptance come late to Nagpur. Unless and until it's a trend, unless and until you've hit the
Yeah.
right spot,
Right.
it is very difficult to convince Nagpur to try things out.
Right. Why do you think that is?
Because Nagpur is set in its own ways. We're a very comfortable city.
Okay.
Yes.
We enjoy our own life, we're laid back,
Right.
and we have a few good things that we've got. We've got a few restaurants that we go to and that we love. We were not very open to trying new things, trying new cuisines, unless and until it was a social pressure or a trending thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So this was Nagpur.
This
I'm
was.
saying was because after COVID I've seen massive change in
Okay.
Nagpur, massive. After COVID, I don't know what happened during COVID. Maybe it was people interacted more, people connected with each other more, people connected with the world more,
Yeah.
and they were afraid of their own lives, and they realized that they have only one life. So why not do this? Why not
Why
do
not
that?
try new things?
Yes.
Right.
I guess
So
this
that
thing
opened
developed
up.
during COVID, and after that I've been seeing Nagpur accepting everything so amazingly.
Yeah.
Could you give us an example of that?
So let's say even the restaurant industry, you might see if you go through the city, you have amazing, beautiful places,
Yeah.
amazing
Right.
cafes,
Yes.
serving new cuisines. I'll say Pan Asian got introduced to Nagpur. Pan Asian is something that nobody usually likes when they have the first bite.
Right.
So it's an acquired taste.
Acquired
Yes.
taste.
Yes.
It's just like good wine, craft beer. It's an acquired taste. So coming to that, good wine,
Good wine.
craft beer.
Yeah.
Right, craft beer right now is trending. Good wine is being appreciated. People around, I can see that.
Right.
People did not have wine glasses until you belong to a certain part of society,
Yeah.
right? But now I see people appreciating good wine. I see people appreciating good beer as well. Developing taste for that, developing taste for new cuisines.
Right.
Coming out of this industry, we can see people developing really good taste for music.
Ooh,
Good
yeah.
music.
Good
Okay.
music. There's a boom in techno music in
Yes,
Nagpur.
one of the biggest examples.
Yeah. I've
Really
seen
good
it
techno
happen
music.
in like last 6 months. Just went right up.
And there is something that I really like because I've been a fan of techno music. I've been a fan of that kind of music since
Yeah.
forever.
Uh-huh.
And you can never get good stuff in your own city, so I had to hop cities all the time. I had to leave the city.
Yeah.
Right.
All of my friends, including all of the people I knew who liked that, but I never knew Nagpur had that in
Nagpur had that
us,
potential.
Basically,
Yeah.
Nagpur had that in us that we could appreciate good techno music and everything. But I personally have attended a lot of events that have happened recently in Nagpur, and people are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
they're having fun, they're enjoying music,
Exactly.
and they don't need any substance, they just need music.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Everywhere I went, I've seen substance abuse
Hmm.
in these events specifically,
Okay.
especially. I've
Okay.
seen that happening, but here I've never seen it.
Okay.
And people really, really appreciate the music.
It's just purely for the music, not for
Yes.
the other stuff.
So so the mindset is growing, it's expanding, it's growing
Yeah.
beautifully.
And
Yeah.
I think that bigger chains and chains like McDonald's and KFC and Starbucks are
Starbucks.
realizing
Starbucks, yes.
that like they
And
just came into Nagpur, right?
Yeah.
Starbucks came right now.
Are
That
you-
was a big hype.
Are you at all worried about these chains taking up local businesses?
Actually, not at all.
Okay.
Oh.
So, if if you have a complete business mindset, yes, short term, you'll see the client that comes to you going to a Starbucks, getting a coffee,
Right.
but then realizing that I was good, back there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not saying Starbucks is a bad place. Starbucks is an amazing place, really inspiring. They have changed all around the world. But with big brands, usually, um, big brands are also uh, people who or companies that are set in their own ways.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right,
a city
right.
set in their own ways and a
Right.
brand set in their own way.
They might match, they might not.
They might match, but it could be a clash.
Yeah.
That what acceptance in Nagpur is. See, I've always told you before, it has been 50-50.
It's always a 50-50
It's either a hit
chance.
or a
Right.
run, basically. Yeah.
Yes.
So for Starbucks, big brands right now, I can see. I don't mind them. I appreciate them because what's happening is with huge brands, good places, people are getting more open. People are getting
Right.
to try more things.
More
People
things,
are knowing कि spending a certain thing on an item.
Mhm.
Why do we spend it?
Why are you spending so much on it?
Yes.
What is the story behind it?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're willing to do that right
Yeah.
now. So Nagpur has always got the spending capacity.
Right.
The willingness to spend has always been not
Dicey.
absent,
Dicey.
not absent, but a choice.
A choice,
A very
yeah. fair.
thought upon choice.
Yeah.
So people think a lot before spending. नागपुर में कोई एवं ही खर्चा नहीं करता है. Should be my words actually. नागपुर में कोई एवं ही खर्चा नहीं करता. They calculate things.
They calculate
Right.
things, fair.
And it's good. It's good.
It's
You should
good.
know
I
where
mean,
you're
you should
spending
know
your
your
money.
what are you doing and why are you doing it?
Yes, you should
Why
get
is it
something
worth?
worthwhile. Sorry,
Right.
you should get something worthwhile
Yeah.
when you're having that. Spending your money.
Okay. So coming back to
The
your-
brands.
No.
Sorry,
So
I'd like to finish my
Acha,
statement.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Brands as they've come in the city,
Mhm.
I think they're building a beautiful community, making people understand more about what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
They're educating people basically.
Mhm.
They're making the local businesses' job easier to educate people about certain things.
Yeah.
For coffee, I would suggest going for a local brand, but for a lot of things, a lot of cuisines,
Mm-hmm.
and the big brands are a big help.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're actually a part of us, and as a community together, we can have an amazing time.
Fair.
Business-wise, everybody could grow. Everybody, because Nagpur has the potential to grow to extreme good levels.
Right.
And it's happening. It's happening. It could happen with more brands coming in. It will happen even more. And with more brands coming in, more people will come to Nagpur. It's a good thing.
Right.
Yeah.
People don't see that as their competition. If I consider
Yeah.
them as my competition, people don't usually see that. They consider their the brands as their competition only. But no, we're a community, and I think the more of us are there, the more education is there, and the more people get to enjoy. The more people have places to go to. People need options,
Right.
and it's good to have options.
Good,
That's
yeah.
a very interesting point of view because what I've heard from local businesses in Nagpur is generally they don't like companies like Starbucks coming into Nagpur. But what you are saying is people go and try new coffees at Starbucks
Yes.
and they think अरे वहाँ पे ये coffee try किया था, let's try that at a local brand.
Correct.
Wow. Okay, that's a very interesting point of view. And another thing that I noticed that especially after the pandemic, there is a boom in delivery and ordering food from Zomato and Swiggy.
Of course.
Has that affected business in any way?
Affected business after COVID, you're saying? Or
During
the
and
introduction of
after,
COVID?
like
During and after.
what
What
were
happened?
the effects?
What happened? Did it boom? Did it help you?
Yes. So basically, Persian Plates started after COVID. We're only a 4-month-old brand right now, but we've been working with Buffage since past 4 years.
Yeah.
We started 2017 Buffage, and the COVID was through 2 years basically, ran through 2 years. During that time, it was the most difficult time for the service industry.
Yeah.
The most difficult time ever. And about coming to Zomato and Swiggy, I'll start before COVID. Before COVID, Zomato and Swiggy was quite frowned upon by the restaurants. Still is. But we have our own reasons, but I'll tell you those reasons. Zomato and Swiggy was completely frowned upon because we considered that as a conflict with our own business. So,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
it was an opportunity, of course. I got introduced to Zomato as soon as it came to the city.
Hmm.
But it was a conflict for most of the businesses in Nagpur is because they don't understand the potential growth with that.
Hmm.
See, we get new customers as your delivery persons. the customer that wants your food, he wants it at his house, hot after long office hours and everything, who can't come to your restaurant but wants to have your food. It's a really good option for a customer like that always.
Yeah.
And our priority is customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
Right.
So that way, Zomato and Swiggy helps a lot.
Okay.
That is an opportunity to serve a customer wherever they are, in their own comfort zone.
Right.
Serve them really good food that they want, and you're connected with them. The brand is connected with them always.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
This is a good part of it. The bad
Yeah.
part of it is Zomato and Swiggy are very, very, very corporate.
Right.
That's the
right.
catch.
Yeah, that's a catch. So they're very hungry.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very greedy. They're very hungry, and they treat restaurants that like where they're dogs.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
harsh word I know, but
Yeah, but then again, that is the truth.
sometimes they do, and I have nothing against Zomato and Swiggy, but it's their policies that make the restaurants feel that way throughout the country, you
Yeah.
can say. And but with that again, which contradicts my point, a lot of places exist only because of
Zomato and
Swiggy.
Swiggy.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would like to thank them throughout the COVID times when we
Yeah.
were closed. The only opportunity to do business to survive the business,
Right.
because we had a staff of approximately 100 people during the COVID as well.
Oof.
Because we have 2 outlets of Bufal,
Right. Yeah.
and we have other places as well. So throughout the COVID, 100 people to cater to, making sure their family is okay, making sure they are okay, making sure their salaries get paid. It's very difficult for a business who's been in business for a year or two to do that for continuously 2 years. If there were no Swiggy or Zomato, we would not exist.
So there's this
That's a
sort
fact.
of a love-hate relationship with
Love-hate
basically.
relationship.
Zomato
Yeah.
and
So yes, it's
Swiggy.
it's basically a game of
Poker.
no, not poker. What do you call it? You pull the rope.
Tug of war. Yeah.
It is basically
Tug
a
of-
constant tug of war.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both are pulling from each side,
Right.
but it's a balance.
I've also noticed that Zomato and Swiggy gave birth to a lot of cloud kitchens in Nagpur.
Exactly. So when I told you, when I said that a lot of businesses exist because of Zomato, Swiggy, is because the cloud kitchens, their whole point of business is deliveries,
Right.
getting through people at their homes, getting to people at their house. So the cloud kitchen business in the industry exists majorly because of Zomato and Swiggy.
Right.
Because there was delivery before, there were a few cloud kitchens before
Right.
who did their own delivery, but it isn't naturally a feasible business because you have to hire a lot of people for deliveries.
Yeah.
Have your own staff, have your own vehicles, and maintenance for those vehicles and
It's
everything.
not
That's not
sustainable.
practical for
Yeah.
a place which has only one outlet.
Right.
Right.
Not quite practical. So a lot of the cloud kitchen industry is really booming before COVID and after COVID also, during COVID also, because of the Zomato and Swiggy. Yes, surely.
So should a restaurateur such as yourself in Nagpur feel threatened with so many cloud kitchens popping up every other day? I know it's
Threatened, not really,
uh-huh.
but see, it would be threatening if it damages your business quite immensely.
Right.
It doesn't though. It doesn't. Why? Because a cloud kitchen is basically someone who's serving you good food at your house.
Right.
Yes, I want people to have good food at their house, of course, from my restaurant. A lot of people want that. But why we've opened a restaurant is not just to serve food, not just to provide a service, it's an experience.
It's an
altogether.
experience. Yeah.
People like to go out, people like
People
to
like
have
to
a
have
good
a
time.
good time, a
Yes.
good dinner time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
exactly.
basically comparing apple to a
Mhm.
green apple, not an orange.
No.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes
Makes
sense. I've noticed that you have really made this place like it's really beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Especially the pebbles and I know
Yeah, the
seats
outside
and
area, it's beautiful. Like,
Thank you so much.
perfect
they're
place.
so comfortable. I mean, all I wanna do is just order some coffee, have some good food, and sit there for hours with my friends. That's about it.
Yes.
Like, it's
That's
that
exactly
comfortable.
what I had in my mind while
Yeah.
building this place. Exactly what I see when what I've realized is when I build a place, I always picture my friends.
Oh,
What
wow.
would they want? What would they want to sit?
Hmm.
Where would they prefer going?
Yeah.
What will they have here?
Yeah.
With my friends, what would I prefer?
Hmm.
What would I like? Sometimes my opinion is biased because I believe when you have knowledge about certain things,
Hmm.
you're thinking, you always have the business aspect in your mind.
Yeah.
That affects you.
Okay.
When you're looking, when you're working as a businessman,
Hmm.
you see things a lot differently sometimes.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but as a customer, when you see things,
Hmm.
you're quite sure. See, getting people is the most important thing at your restaurant.
Yeah.
Getting people at your restaurant and then making sure they come back.
They come
They
back.
feel that they've had a good time and they come back.
Yeah.
That's the most
Right.
important
That's the
thing.
most important.
Yes, that includes the taste, that includes the experience, that includes the service, that
Fair,
includes
fair.
everything results to that.
From your employees talking to them,
Yes.
how they take their orders to how they present
All
the
the
food
hard work
and everything.
and everything. Our origin is because we want this. We want good customers. We want them
Yeah.
to feel happy,
Right.
to be satisfied, and think of us when they want to go out again.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to add to that, like when Priyesh and I were here to meet you, we found the staff to be very, very, very friendly. Like
Thank you.
amazing staff. They were really
Yeah.
polite, and we were waiting for you. We did not order anything, so we were feeling a bit uncomfortable sitting at a restaurant. But they were like, "नहीं नहीं आप बैठिए, he will be here soon. You enjoy." They gave us a glass of water. It was it was such a nice experience just to sit here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really
Yeah.
appreciate
Great.
it. So again, I had to add to that. To my approach towards the staff has also changed with time
Okay.
as I've learned more.
Mhm.
I've been into this industry since 4 years.
Mhm.
I started as a staff member myself.
Oh.
I've been a steward. I've been a housekeeping guy.
Mhm.
I've been a kitchen guy.
Oh my, that is a lot of experience, man.
So
That must be
and I'm
fun.
really glad that I have that. So I can tell a person to do something so
Mhm.
confidently.
Mhm.
It's because I've done that thing and I know the right way to do it.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
If you know the right way to do it and you guide them in the right direction, the person is going to do it in the most best possible way.
Yeah.
Learn it quickly
Right.
and do it well and
Execute it
understand it.
efficiently. Yeah.
So people need, when you tell people to do something, some people are built to do it, just do it.
Hmm.
But not everybody.
Hmm.
Most people, they need to understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
When someone is learning something about, especially this industry,
Mhm.
they're not listening to you a lot
Hmm.
because they don't understand it a lot.
Hmm.
But to make them understand, you need to give them reasoning, good logic.
Good logic.
Right.
Make
Yeah.
them understand something.
Why are you
You
doing
have to
this?
give something to them that they can relate to.
Yeah.
An example.
Hmm.
So you can only do that if you know what you're doing first.
Fair.
That's what I've always known. So I got into the business with my brothers. We
Hmm.
opened up a cafe called Three-esh.
Mhm.
I've had my experience there
Okay.
for 2 years. So while Three-esh opened, we were working on Bufaj. So Bufaj opened 2-3 months after Three-esh.
Okay.
And my brothers got busy there. Initially they planned to open.
Mhm.
So it was completely dependent on me there. It was a huge responsibility. Initially there weren't a lot of customers, so I was learning through the job. But customers increased and my growth also increased with that. Learning, interacting with everybody, and it was beautiful. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Getting your first customer till your last customer, it's amazing. Having to know their story, having to understand them, having to, realizing what they like.
Yeah.
So I've interacted with people so much in my life is that I can understand. If I look at you, I can understand what you're gonna like. As I told you,
right.
vegetarian. That wasn't just guess.
That was your
That was my
experience
instinct.
speaking.
Yeah,
Yes.
instinct.
Okay.
This
It
is
developed
also-
an intuition basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I look at you, I know what to recommend to you.
Right.
So that is something that I've learned by doing the job, and that is the kind of experience and the kind of passion, the kind of work I want to provide to other people, give
Right.
to other people, make them grow, make them understand the importance of the industry they're in, hospitality
Yeah.
industry.
Right. Speaking of the hospitality and service industry, what do you think is a common misconception about the food industry?
The biggest misconception about the food industry that it's very lucrative from outside.
Oh.
Right.
People think we have crazy margins business wise. People
Yeah.
think that the restaurant है बहुत अच्छा कमाएगा, ये करेगा, वो करेगा. People never understand the expenses of it. So with good margins, with great powers comes great responsibility.
Yes, Spider-Man.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
So a lot of my friends who are into other businesses, a lot of my friends are into the transport business. My friends are into the clothing business. They always come to me and tell to my face कि भाई तेरा तो सही है, तुम्हारा मार्जिन बहुत सही है, आ जाओ. Most welcome.
You're most welcome to experience it.
Please come to me when it's the salary time, when it's this time and that, because it's difficult.
Right.
It looks really good from outside because we have to maintain that aura.
Right.
Yeah.
If a place looks successful, it's gonna be successful. So every restaurant tries to look successful first and then become successful.
Yeah.
In success, people count it as money.
Right.
I don't usually count money as success completely. It is basically a mix of a lot of things.
Right.
A lot of things.
Like?
A lot of things. It's personal satisfaction.
Personal
It's happiness.
Yeah.
It's money, of course.
Money, of course.
Not
Money is just.
It's financial stability.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
just something materialistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Success is basically catering to everything that you need and having something that you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Everything that you want, that is something that's unachievable, because the more you grow, you want more things.
Like yeah.
Materialistic things come later.
Yeah, they come later.
But the basics of life that provide you real happiness in life, real satisfaction, that is success basically.
Okay, so let me give you a hypothetical situation.
Alright.
Say I invest 100 CR in you, right?
Alright.
I invest 100 CR and I give you 100% creative freedom.
Alright.
What would you establish here in Nagpur? What would you work on?
You'll give me 100 crores.
100 CR, no questions asked. What would you establish in Nagpur?
I would establish a...
And remember, you have full creative freedom.
So, do you want me to open up a restaurant, or do I have freedom to do anything?
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
What would you start here in Nagpur? Where do you see?
If you would have asked me this question a year ago, I would have given you a really selfish answer and opened up a good restaurant or a club basically.
Okay.
That would have been my answer. I would open a club
Right.
that people appreciate.
Mhm.
I would say that could be my answer now also, but I would, if I had that kind of money from you, I would open up an institution
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
that builds people for hospitality. Because
Okay.
we have a lot of IHMs, we have a lot of hospitality
Yeah, we do.
institutes,
Mhm.
but a lot of my friends went there. I've never been to those. I've
Yeah.
never done the course. My background is a BBA background.
Okay.
I couldn't go to IHM because it wasn't convincing enough for my family. My brother couldn't go to IHM because it wasn't convincing enough. He had to do engineering.
Oh.
Right.
He was so fed up of engineering, he left it in between, and then we got into the business.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
it runs in us, the passion. But I've seen people, my people closest to me have been to IHM, been to institutes. You get to learn a lot,
Mhm.
but you learn nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the paradox.
When a person comes to a restaurant like that, and let's say without the internship or something, they're as good as a person who's my neighbor and wakes up and comes to me.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of thing that involves understanding the customer. He'll know what to do in theoretical knowledge, but in
Yeah.
practical knowledge, the confidence and everything, that takes time to develop. IHMs a few IHMs do that definitely,
Yeah.
of course, but giving practical knowledge in the best possible way, a huge institution dedicated to the hospitality industry, like the IIMs, is for something for business. IIT is something for
Engineering.
engineering and
Right.
everything.
Right.
There should be something for hospitality. I would prefer, of course, opening up in Nagpur with Central
Mhm.
for everything, but a place like that where you can have an amazing university, an amazing college life, you wanna go there.
Yeah.
All of my friends, they do not prefer going to the college. One of my friends is from IHM Mumbai, one is
Right.
from IHM Aurangabad.
Mhm.
Of course, the one from Aurangabad is more disciplined and more connected to their this
Industry.
their institution basically, because they do a pretty good job. But again, I see that that's something that has a lot of potential to improve.
Right.
So I wouldn't be the person to teach someone like that, something like that. Of course, I have a lot to go through right now. I have to learn a lot in life.
Mhm.
I've learned nothing as compared to the people who are in this industry. I have really good inspiration, but I have people in my mind who could be really amazing.
Okay.
So there's people like Riaz Amlani from the Impresario group.
Okay.
Basically, they run Social Smokehouse Delhi.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
Oh,
behind the
wow.
run by
Okay.
him. The guy is
Nice.
Riaz Amlani, all behind this.
Okay.
Behind the Olive Group of hotels,
Uh-huh.
there's Mrs. Singh, amazing person.
Okay.
Their agent, of course, they've had their experiences,
Yeah.
but amazing people. I look at them and that's really inspiring. The kind of life they're living, the places that they've opened, the passion still being there after all these years.
Yeah.
Seeing that, so there are a lot of people in our country whose guidance could help like crazy.
Right. Okay.
So if like a person like me,
Hmm.
if I am someone that I'm looking at a restaurant and I want that it's my passion and I want to understand about the hospitality industry, I would, if I get to learn from them, that'll be the best thing for me. I
Nice.
would cry if I get to learn things from them. Understand their mindset, understand
Yeah.
how to do things well.
Yeah.
Because these chains are huge, as you must know, social and everything, and being huge, they're handled so well. They're such beautiful places, such beautiful experiences, such
Okay.
happy smiles on people's faces.
That must be really good,
That's
man.
beautiful.
Now, let me, before I ask my next question, that was a really amazing answer. Because I think, vocational courses are a necessary thing that this city requires, because there is a lot of demand, but, that there are no institutions that really supply those kind of
Need,
courses,
yeah.
right? Would I be correct in assuming that?
Yes, because vocational institutes, I personally don't know of a lot of institutions that are present in the city. I
Right,
think
okay.
you've done your research.
I'm not aware of any vocational courses as such.
So me too actually, and vocational courses are basically can help you in any field of your life. I understand. I
Right.
believe that.
Yes.
Yeah, especially in our industry, it's very important.
So I was really intrigued by your answer earlier, and if you had to start from scratch all over again, and I gave you, say, 1 lakh rupees,
Okay.
what would you do?
You gave me 1 lakh rupees and I had to start from
Scratch. How would you go about establishing yourself again in this city?
I would save that money first.
Fair, fair.
No, but you have to start something, right?
Yeah, of course. I'll do
You'll have
that.
to give me returns on that. I'll expect at least.
So investing
5%.
1 lakh rupees in me.
Yeah,
Yes.
investing.
I would say, and I'm starting from scratch, right?
Yes.
Then it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I understand that it'll be a responsibility. So I'll start up with something small that I've learned. So firstly, I won't take that money.
Okay.
No.
Even if,
See the rejection.
Even,
Yes,
even
yes.
if that's very intriguing for a person who's just beginning and they're getting money. I have no knowledge about anything. If you're saying I'm starting from scratch,
Right.
if I have no knowledge about something, I'll be wasting your money, my time, your time.
Right.
Such a smart answer.
So because it's impractical. If I get his money,
Yeah.
and I don't know what to do
Exactly.
with it, I'm just gonna
How would
waste
that
it
work?
somehow.
Right.
It's a risk basically. You're gambling with me.
Let's say you have the experience that you do now, and I give you 1 lakh, and you have to establish a business from that 1 lakh rupees.
From that 1 lakh, I can give you a business that gets a revenue of 1 crore with time.
Okay. And how would you go about doing
I
that?
would build a brand that is franchising me.
Okay.
Something that's not huge,
Right.
something that's small, something that people love,
Hmm.
the items that are quick,
Hmm.
good food. We'll set up cloud kitchen if you want.
Right. Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense. And you will already use the established delivery systems like
Exactly.
Zomato.
So
and-
Zomato, so you will be really good help. We'll
Right.
build a good relationship with them. More love, less hate.
Right.
So yeah, we could do that.
But you'll add that surcharge to adjust for the. I'm talking as an investor, no? So I'll have to ask that question. Surcharge तो लगाएंगे ना बराबर.
Sure.
But then, as an investor, of course, I'll make sure that you get the best returns because I won't be working for your money. I will be working for my passion again.
Right.
So when I'll be doing that, your money will be, of course, something that I carry on my shoulder.
Right.
Yeah.
But because I have something in my mind that I would really love to do again.
Mhm.
Not again, something different that I would love to do. And you know, facing these challenges and overcoming those challenges is the best feeling ever.
Right.
And being honest to you, being faithful to my own self,
Mhm.
and if I do it correctly, success is inevitable.
Right.
And if the success is inevitable in those ways, you'll be a happy investor.
Okay.
And you would come back to me with 100 crore hope.
That is smart.
So, how do you think Nagpur is going to change in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, how is Nagpur going to change? Oh my god. So like
Is it a loaded question?
it's a loaded question. Heavy artillery.
Yes.
So Nagpur, the direction that Nagpur is going into right now, you'll have to be very specific though. Are you talking about this industry?
Like,
or
yeah, the industry,
city
the industry.
whole in itself?
Let's talk about both. Let's first talk about the food culture and let's talk about the city as a whole.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can fairly speak about the food culture, of course, because I've seen new places popping up, people loving those, people trying out new things,
Hmm.
new coffees,
Hmm.
new beverages, new things to eat, new cuisines basically.
Yeah.
People have never been aware about a lot of Asian cuisines. I'm not saying sushi, I'm not saying just Japanese cuisine,
Mhm.
I'm saying Vietnamese cuisine.
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
I'm saying Thai.
Thai.
I'm saying
Pad Thai.
Indonesian
Yeah.
food, really
Right.
good food people that they were skeptical to try, because when you talk about these foods, it usually involves a lot of seafood.
Hmm.
People are very not very used to having good seafood,
Yeah.
or raw seafood or something like that. But cuisine wise, Nagpur is growing a lot. I've seen people
Okay.
loving sushi. I've seen people loving a lot of things.
Hmm.
And in 5 years, if you say in the food industry, there's a boom coming.
Okay.
That'll be crazy. People are craving more. People are craving, a global revolution inside the city.
Yeah.
Right.
People are craving new things. People are craving. People are ready to accept and try new things.
Right.
They're very curious. Nagpur is very curious right
Nagpur
now.
is accepting new things now.
Yes.
And that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing for everybody. From our industry and as a city, if you see Nagpur is, of course, curious, and Nagpur is very hardworking right now.
Yeah.
Everywhere, people are putting in the effort, and they're thinking about it.
Hmm.
Nagpur had a closed mind
Hmm.
before.
Yeah, before.
Now it's opened up.
Right.
And now we're moving with our hands in our front, and we're grabbing things, and we're liking it, and we're
Yeah.
going places.
So the culture of the city is taking shape, is what you're saying.
Yes, it's building beautifully, and I hope it does well. We get beautiful people.
Hmm.
We already have a lot of good people in Nagpur, having good, putting in their effort
Right.
and time,
Hmm.
and everything to build the culture in Nagpur.
Right.
And it's a good job.
Right.
I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who's doing that in Nagpur,
Yeah.
and I would like for a community to do well,
Right.
build good people, good relationships, grow, whole as a city,
Mm-hmm.
be on the map, and people would want to put their finger there.
Yeah.
And there's Bombay, there's Pune, there should be Nagpur.
There should be Nagpur as
Amazing.
well. Nice.
Amazing. And again, it was really, really great having you here
It's
on the
amazing.
podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And again, amazing coffee, guys. Persian Plate.
Yeah.
Bring your first date.
For your friends. For your friends. Yes.
Come here for a breakfast. It's a
Oh
really,
yes, definitely. Now we'll have that.
Now,
breakfast.
yeah, because we are going to try the breakfast, and it
Yeah.
already smells like amazing. Like it's really
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. I hope
Okay.
I satisfy you vegetarian guy.
I'm looking forward to that vegetarian omelette.
Yeah.
So
I love a challenge. Good morning.
Yes.
Yes. Good
Yes.
morning indeed. That's
So
nice.
let's go and grab breakfast.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us here at Tales from an Ordinary City.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
Cheers.